wrist. She ate, she ate, she ate away. 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 Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for Robinson. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 41. Staying with Robinson. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Here we go. 2nd and very long. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dumping the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. I love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's going to be a punt at 46 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carr starting with a throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And another small 4-yard chunk there. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but if A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Carr throwing on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
2nd and 10, here's Carr. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. And once again, they can't connect.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. This will be grabbed at the 5. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Throwing now, off play action. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. That was Terry McLaurin on the target. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Mariota to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They send the tight end in motion. Now Mariota. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We finish one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Saints with 6 DBs out there. We've got a dive look for them on third down. This is running back. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's second and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On second down, Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football are on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Back to throw, Mariota. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's third and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down second and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Willie Gay with the pick. That's 20. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. You could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He's going deep. And he can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with.
stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. He's trying to go deep again. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Carr now on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. He's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They go play action with Carr. Finds his fullback. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Throwing again, it's Carr. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. Has a lane inside the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
So all we needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. It became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
They've got a man in motion. They'll run with Kamara. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Carr here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Nickatomney's kick is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Carr back to throw. That's complete to Kamara. Space past the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
At that down the distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Running back sent in motion. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty.
694.
From the shotgun, Carr. Kamara's got it. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Just give this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, it's going to make you pay.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Kamara running out of the gun. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. That's taken in by Needs. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Fits it through the middle. He'll be touchdown after a big play.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got Shaheed. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Carr staring down a 3rd and long. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Punt team on the field. And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. He can average that type of yards per carry. This guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Mariota now. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
If your defensive coaches on every practice field were on, preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
To the air, 3rd and long. Too much there, Buck. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Escapes the pocket. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Carr off the play fake. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Carr. It's caught left side by Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Carr with it on 1st. He finds Johnson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to give him the ball.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
What now?
Throwing his car. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So the Saints send out Blake Grupe for the try. This one from 47 yards away. McIntyre's kick is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. Broke through the tackle. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 39. And he touched him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Back to throw, Mariota. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup, and the Commanders will have a first. Throwing is Mariota. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders get it back to within 6. They knew what they had to do, Brock. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Back to the air. Carr. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Trying to connect, but it lines up incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. He gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running this one left. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. the 19. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Colts! In the close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
So the Saints offense staying on the fields. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. And this is caught. So add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done. But into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3. You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
We always call it the best formation in football, Brock. They're going to line up to take that knee and run out some clock. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as
sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Mario.
One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect. I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for